Hey goalies, thanks for dropping by for episode 6 of UnLock Goaltending interviews. On today, we have John Sellie-Hanson. He's currently playing pro in Sweden, so I had to finagle with the time change to get him on, but he's on, he's here, and we sat down with him and got to catch up. Before we begin, go online to UnLock Goaltending. UnLock is an online goalie training program designed to help you train like an NHL goalie each and every day. We have on ice, off ice, vision, and mental strength training resources for you, as well as additional free resources. Go online to unlockgoaltending.com and get started for free today. That's unlockgoaltending.com. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram at unlock_goaltending and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Every week, we'll be publishing interviews with NCAA, major, junior, and professional goalies, as well as goalie coaches from across North America and even Europe. Subscribe today and never miss an interview. Hey goalies, Josh Aycock here with another episode of UnLock Goaltending's goalie interviews. On today, we have John Sellie-Hanson, and he is an awesome guy. He's actually in a lot of the videos that you see in our course. So you're getting to know kind of the man behind the mask with this interview. He's the one with the red, maroon, and black Bauer goalie pads. So John, thanks for joining us. So glad that you could make it and sit down with us and share your story. So first things first, thank you, but also could you just take us through your path, your story, how you got to where you are now and where you're currently playing?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Josh. I grew up in Fargo, North Dakota, played my youth hockey up through high school there, and then went on to junior hockey where I spent 2 years in Wisconsin Dells in the Minnesota Junior Hockey League. Going there gave me a great chance to develop my game, kind of learn where I was lacking on some skills and what I really needed to work on, and got me ready for college. From juniors, I went to play 4 years at Hamline University in St. Paul, Minnesota, and kind of a roller coaster there. Had a lot of ups and downs going through college. Freshman year, I came in, and the previous year we had only won one game, and wasn't a great situation coming in, but made the most of it. I think I made the team as the 5th goalie, and then halfway through the year, I ended up winning the starting position, and then kind of played the rest of the games that year. Second year, we ended up getting a new coach and kind of cleaned house. Cut a lot of guys, brought in some new guys, but I stuck around and ended up having a really good year that year. We won the MIAC championship and had a brief stint at the national tournament for the Division III level, and it's one of my greatest memories from hockey. But then the next 2 years kind of were a little bit up and down, didn't play as much, but kind of just stuck with it and definitely grinded it out and kind of worked hard and prepared myself for playing pro. Didn't really know where I was going, but right now I'm in Almost, Sweden, playing for the Almost Sports Club, and about halfway through the season here now and loving it.
You mentioned you joined Hamline as the 5th string goalie. You ended up working up all the way to being the 1st string. And something you didn't mention, you were MIAC goalie of the year in 1 year. So like MIAC goalie of the year in your sophomore year, but starting as a 5th string goalie. So like you said, some ups and downs. Take us through maybe your toughest moment.
Toughest moment was definitely in college. Let's see, probably going into my junior year. With the previous year, we won a championship. Kind of built up a lot of expectations. I was kind of hard on myself, really wanting to be better than the year before, and really just kind of pushed myself. And at times, I think I was a little too hard on myself that year, and kind of started off a little rocky, and then had a little personal issues. Had a good friend pass away a week into the season, and kind of just was really hard on myself, and was a tough time, and kind of fell into a hole mentally, and took a while to get out, but kind of just stuck with it. Told myself I was going to get better, and it eventually did. So
What is the greatest single piece of advice that you've gotten?
I'd say the greatest piece of advice I've gotten is people saying that the game is probably 90% mental. Um, that's something as a younger goalie, no one really kind of taught me that. One piece of advice for younger goalies is to really just work on the mental side of the game, and kind of just make that a routine, develop that into their game, just prepare themselves for higher levels, because it only gets tougher as the skill goes up.
What difference do you see between professional hockey now and playing NCAA?
Kind of the same thing when you go up levels, wherever you're playing. Guys have a little more skill, they're a little quicker, just a little more competitive, and you just need to up your game a little more.
What sort of routines you use to make sure that you're getting ready for competition, for practice every day so that you can meet those demands?
For practice, let's see, I'll usually start getting warmed up about an hour before practice, kind of put on my headphones, go through a stretching routine, get my hips warmed up, do some different exercises with mini bands to get the hips warmed up, and then do a little work with the racket balls, and kind of just have a little time to myself to focus on what I need to do for practice and get ready to go.
That's practice, right? Like it's not just games that you're taking all that time to warm up and prepare mentally and physically, right?
That's just for practice. I have a bit of a different routine for games as well.
What is your favorite part about playing pro hockey now?
Let's see, favorite part. Probably would be kind of just accomplishing that goal of making it to the professional level. That's kind of how I've always been throughout my hockey career. I was in high school, I wanted to get to juniors. Once I got there, it felt pretty good to be there, but then I set my next goal, wanted to get to college. Once I got there, it felt pretty good, and kept working hard. And when I was in college, I wanted to get to the pro level, and now I'm at the professional level, and I hope to move up the rankings.
Last question I have for you here. What are a few principles that kind of guide your decision-making process in life?
Yeah, I'll start it off with some advice Steve gave me before I went to college. He told me to always be first on the ice, last off, and I kind of really ingrained that in my mind. And for the 4 years I was at college, and even before that in juniors, I was kind of always on the ice. You kind of had to pull me off if you wanted to get me off there. But through college, I was, even if we had 6 a.m. practice, I was out there at 5:45 doing 15 minutes of skating drills just to get warmed up for practice. And afterwards, if teammates wanted to work on something, or if we wanted to play rebound, I'd be out there for another half hour or 45 minutes just working on stuff. And I kind of took that all the way through college. And I mean, if you just think about all the extra ice time I was able to get by being out there 15 minutes early or 15 minutes late, it really adds up. Another thing is, I think this was another piece of advice Steve gave, but he would always say, just be a good teammate, kind of be a guy that everyone wants to be around, and help guys out, be a good person, and really kind of just be there for your teammates if they need it, whatever that be.
Well, John, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah. Thanks again for having me, and thanks for all the help that you, Steve, and everyone else with Canadian Professional and UnLock Goalie Schools has given me. I've definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today without that help. So big thanks to you guys too.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, and we'll keep in touch with you and hopefully have you on again.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, John.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, thanks for watching. If you want to stay in touch with John, make sure you follow him on Instagram at Selliehard. Now that's SELLIEHARD. Keep in touch with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and never miss an interview. We'll see you back here later.